Hi guys, we are Ströme, Tobias and Mario, and today Matthias came over with a real great module. It's called Sinfonion. It's a very, very musical module. You should check it out. We are checking it out today and hope you like it. So what we have here is the Sinfonion, invented by Matthias Kettner, and I think it's a pretty cool module. It's a quantizer, chord machine, much more, I think.
Yeah, it's very special. It's basically an 8-channel quantizer, but you know, my problem was I have so many voices in my rack. I think you have even more, and I want to play all together in one tune and then change chords, go to different scale and stuff like that, and that's almost impossible with normal existing quantizers. So this thing has 3 normal quantizer channels. It has a 4-channel chord section, and it has an arpeggiator, which is especially fun to play with.
Plus it has a bunch of CV inputs.
Yeah, everything is CV controllable, and basically it's kind of the mastermind of a band where all musicians play together in the same scale and tune. And then on top you have a chord progression sequencer where you can program a progression of chords and change when you want and so on.
All right. So let's start with something simple.
Let's start
through the functions, so some of the functions.
Yeah,
of the Sinfonion.
you told me you will prepare bass line, so I'm very curious. What's the outcome?
Only a very simple 16-step bass line in C minor. I would say let's patch it through the Sinfonion, and
you might ask why it's useful for re-quantizing an already quantized melody. Well, I will show you.
All right.
What's the use of it? Let's simply give me the pitch output of the sequencer we have here. We put it into the input of the first channel.
So this is the CV output for the bass machine.
Pitch output
for voice 1.
Nothing has changed. Perfect. But now we can change the chord quality and stuff like that. You see, we have here a knob for the root note. This is the chord, and this is like presets for chords. So we have a C minor here. If I change this to C major,
it goes to major, yes.
It re-quantizes the bass line into major. Then you can have a transposition. You can change the root note. The overall height of the progression is the same, but it's now a different scale. And what is most fun, you can now select the relative chord notes. You see here, you root 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, which in C means C, E, G, A sharp, D, and so on. So if I deselect everything, I just get the root note, which can be very cool.
It's not any octave.
Yeah. You can add the 5th,
yes.
maybe the 9th, which I like personally very much. Add a 7th without a 3rd. You want here a difference between major and minor now, of course. So it's a kind of tool for improvising with an existing sequence.
And it goes to the 4 when it's on suspended 4.
The sus4 changes basically changes the 3rd and the 4th.
So it goes to major.
What now would be very nice would have chords, actually.
Yeah. So we start with C minor chords.
Yeah.
All right. So I have 4 oscillators here, which I guess perfectly match to the 4 voices of the
4 oscillators is perfect. So you have the 4 pitch outputs here, the 1, 2, 3, 4.
So this is 2. So we have 3 here. And we have 4.
Okay, now
filter a little and
let's rock.
Up the volume. So what I did now is I put a trigger to the envelope which controls the VCA, the overall VCA of all 4 voices.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
And I have this on this sequencer here. And yeah, we can change the chords now.
So the rhythm of the chords is from the sequencer, but
Yes.
the pitch of the chords is from the Sinfonion.
Yes.
So you see we have selected the root, 3rd, 5th and 7th. What I can do, for example, is deselect 2 notes. And the chord section just plays root and 5th.
So we can add a 9th.
Yeah, of course. Which is a very cool sound.
Really cool.
And now we have a way for improvising. And you always are within the correct scale and tune. For example, let's now go to C sharp. You can never make a mistake here. It's always in tune.
And make different inversions.
Here you have the overall pitch of the chord, especially if you have a free inversion. Then let's see, nearest, yeah. You can hear how the pitch of the chord changes. Also, of course, we can use the quantizer input of the chord section for selecting the pitch.
Oh, let's do that. Sounds fun. So I give you just a voltage control.
Yeah. It's also fun to sequence this actually with a second CV out, for example, from the sequence. Or just improvise live with the knob and change the selected notes. Chord. Oh, we have an alterated scale. It's strange. So now I think
In the modes you have different chords for more.
It's basically a preset of chords, like a selection. In this course we have 16 different chords. Then we have major, minor, melodic minor, harmonic minor, double harmonic minor, and complicated jazz chords from easy to complex. So there are many chords and the according scales, of course. So it's a difference between an F major chord and an F Lydian. Where is it? Where's Lydian? It's also F major, but it has a different 11th. So
I think we would need some drums.
some drums.
Some drums would be nice.
I hope Toby is nearby.
I guess Toby is here.
Ah, yeah.
So, I guess we start with an F minor. Major.
Maybe what about creating a record progression?
Oh yeah. Let's start with like basic C minor.
Maybe stop the beat for a while, and then we enter a simple chord progression.
Now let's do a chord progression.
Yes.
I guess so. So the first chord when we start up is a C major. Let's
C major.
put it to C minor.
Okay, C minor.
So
Perfect.
Let's
Aeolian, Dorian, plain minor. Okay.
Dorian maybe.
Maybe Dorian. Yeah.
Yes,
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
Next one, let's do A flat major.
A flat major. Perfect choice. A flat major. Where is it? Okay.
Yeah. Let's try this too.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. So let's change.
The one, maybe.
Yeah, the third one. Let's change to F major.
What about the length? You know, we now have 3 chords which all have the same length of 4 beats.
Let's do like a C minor for 2 bars.
Okay. So C minor 2.
2 bars and A flat major 2 bars.
And this one 4 bars?
This one 4
Okay,
bars.
cool. Okay, so now here you can manually toggle through the chords.
Okay. So if I step forward, it goes back to the.
Yeah, you see this display. The first means it's the first of 4 beats in this chord, and this means it's the third of 3 chords.
All right.
So if we go to the beginning, C minor, C Dorian, we have 1 of 3, 2 of 3, and the last one. And now it's not clocked, you know, this jack is still empty, so it simply stops.
Okay.
If you want to clock it, then it progresses automatically, simply patch clock here,
So
and select some useful clock divider. Just any regular bass clock is fine.
So like a regular clock.
Yeah, you can use 16th, 8th,
Put a 16th
quart is what you need. What you want.
normal 16th.
Yeah.
16th clock. Or put in.
That one.
Put in here.
And now, if you go to the menu, you can select the input sequencer clock divider, which currently means that every 16th step you progress one bar here, which is good, I think.
Yeah.
Now let's listen to the bass line. Can you lower the chords a bit?
Yeah.
Back down a bit. See, if we go through the progression, the bass line stays the same pitch roughly. It's just quantized to the scale. There's an interesting option where you can have the bass line follow the root note and be transposed, which sounds like this. Here's normal bass line in C Dorian, and if you change, you see it changed its overall pitch. So let's re-enable the chords.
And it quantizes everything, every kind of CV, what comes.
Yeah, we still have 2 channels left here, which will also be quantized into the same scales. The second channel is here, and the third channel is here. Yeah, and then we have still the Arpeggiate.
All right. So
Also,
maybe
you
we
can
try out another synth.
Yeah.
So
You have another voice prepared.
yeah, of course. So let's patch it.
Okay, so let's add additional voice.
Yeah, let's add additional voice.
Let's use channel
this is
2.
like we use this synth voice for just a simple.
Yeah, perfect.
So and we have kind of
What kind of input is it? Is it?
it's kind of random note input which needs to be quantized.
Okay, just any random notes.
Yeah. So let's start.
Let's listen to it. So we use this this section, these buttons for root, third, fifth, and so on.
So mute the bass for the first.
I stopped the sequencer for now, so that we can just listen to C minor first. Okay, so we have root, third, fifth. So I personally like very much, like a slash chord 5, 7, 9, for example. or maybe these two, whatever you like. And now, what I haven't shown you, we have also the second page here, where you have, for each of the channels, you have octave switches. You can go up to 3 octaves up, also down. Same is for the chord section and the other channels.
Plus I can mute some notes on this here.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good. Okay, so let's check out the chord progression. And you see in every step of the chord progression you can select different voicings. Can you re-enable the chords? So for example here, let's make some an F major, maybe we have the 9th. And now let's let it run.
Randomize the...
Yeah, improvisation.
So the next section is the Arpeggiate section.
Yeah, currently we have 2 normal quantizer channels used. We have 4 chord voices, so we have 6 voices. So now let's use the Arpeggiate, which is really fun. We just need 2 cables, one for the Arpeggiate clock. Each clock selects the next note and the Arpeggiate sequence, and then you have a pitch out for your voice.
All right.
There's an optional input for the overall pitch, but it's not important for now.
All right.
Okay, so let's. Okay, so again we have here a selection of the allowed notes. You see, it always goes up these 4 notes. And you have you can select the overall pitch, which also can be CV, of course. And then we have a range, how far it goes up. Maybe let's select 1 octave, and then you have certain patterns. This was up, this goes down, up and down and up. Let's make the range a bit larger. Some octaving pattern, something like an etude, or just random in 2 different versions. And of course you can select the notes you like, which makes it much more interesting.
This sounds cool.
Yeah, this for example ruled 5th and 9th. And yeah, now let's the band play. And of course if you change, go to the next chord. It goes on. You even can select a different pattern for each chord if you like. It's just a basic overview. You can do so many things with the arpeggio. You don't even need a steady clock for it. You can, you can now. If I re-enable the sequencer, music goes on. Now you can make music.
Let's patch it.